Yeah. So basically, this is another section of my web application course. Yeah, but basically this particular section is specific to the Django web application course, Django Python web application course to be specific. So in one of the sections I talked about how web applications work generally. So in this particular section, I decided to okay, can we move from the generic to the specific? So we've looked at how web applications work generally, and then can we look at how Django implements web application? So that is basically what I try to do in this section. So if you understand the other section that talks about web application generally, then you should be able to follow with this particular section. So this section just talks about how Django is a Python framework that we use to develop web application REST APIs. So I just in this section I shared how Django goes about implementing web application. So how do you implement web application using Django? So that is basically what I covered here. As you can see, these are some of the topics, lectures within this section. Like after the introduction, I went straight into the MVC pattern just to explain the MVC pattern. Essentially, the MVC pattern is an architectural pattern we use to build applications, software applications. So the key components of the MVC pattern include the model, the view, the controller. So after discussing the generic MVC pattern, I then went straight into discussing how Django implements the MVC pattern. Actually, Django implements the MVC pattern, though it does its own version of implementation differently to what MVC, what we have in the traditional MVC. So I kind of like shared the approach Django decided to go by. And then after that, I looked at basically Django's implementation of MVC is known as MTV. MTV. So in traditional MVC, we have model view controller. Then in Django's approach, we have model, template, and view. So that is basically how Django decided to do its own. So in this lecture, we looked at in this particular lecture, Django model, we looked at how to implement models in Django in a little bit more detail. Then we looked at Django View, basically, which is the equivalent of your controller in the traditional MVC pattern. Then we look at the Django template. So Django template is basically the where you put all the formatting and all the HTML tags, that Django will make use of in rendering the web page. So we look at the router and URLs. So these are basically how your URL address, your web addresses, and how they are mapped to each of the Django views. So that is basically what I try to cover in this section. Let's see if we can dive a little bit into. So basically, I try to give an overview of what MVC is all about. So MVC stands for Model View Controller, as you can see. So basically, these are the three components of your the architectural pattern that is called MVC. So if you have a business application to develop, then basically you want to follow MVC pattern, then that means in your application you have to split your application into three core components: the model component, and the view component, and the controller component. So what does the model component does? Basically, as I've mentioned severally, if you are building an application in the that represent businesses in the real world, then all the things you talk about in your business has to be reflected in your software. So for example, let me use the real estate again. Maybe I have this interest in real estate. If you are building a real estate application, you talk about your property, you talk about the rent, you talk about the contract, you talk about the tenant, you talk about the leases. Then in your software, again, you need to talk about those real life objects. So the part of your software system, when you follow the MVC pattern, the part of your software system where you store all the software equivalent of the real world object or model is what we call the model. So it is also this model that holds the property of your real world object, the software equivalent of your real world object. Like if you are talking about a property, you talk about the size of the property, the height, the number of decks, the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms. So these are the attribute, the properties of your property. So all those attributes and properties will be in the model. So like in your business application, you might have so many models. In the real estate example, you might have your leases, your contracts. So all these are all the model. So they will be kept here. Then you have the view. The view is basically what when you build the application, you want to display pages to the users browsing your application. So the formatting of those pages, the formatting, the HTML formatting, how they should look is basically stored in the coding for that. The code for that is usually stored in what the view. So in your application, you have so many views that represent all the pages in your application. Then you have the controller. The controller is basically the controller, as the name indicates. So what the controller does is that it accepts HTTP request, processes that request, and generate any model from the request, and then determine which view to use for the response. And then if the view needs a data, then the controller will also furnish the data for the view. So the controller takes HTTP request, process the request, determine the view to use and any data the view needs, and then return the response. And the response basically from the controller is usually the view and the data for the view. That's basically all about controller. So this is how our traditional MVC works. Then let's see how it's kind of like it maps with our Django version. So in Django, basically the Django model serves almost the same purpose as our model in traditional MVC. But where you start having differences is when you look at the view, the Django view. Now, basically the Django view is almost similar to the controller in our traditional MVC. Because what the Django view does is that the Django view also determines the template, or the template. In this case, it is the template that holds the HTML formatting. So the Django view determines the template to use to display a page, and then any data that the template needs. So that's what your Django view does. As you can see, it is almost similar to the explanation for the traditional controller in MVC. Then we have the template. No, the Django template is similar to the view in traditional MVC, because the Django template, what the Django template does is it holds the formatting, the HTML formatting, and any dynamic data and CSS and what have you that will be used to generate the web page for your application. So Django template is similar to what your view in traditional MVC. So this is basically where I summarize the kind of like the mapping between traditional MVC and Django's approach. So in Django we have MTV. In traditional we have MVC. Now the model in Django is the same thing as the model in traditional MVC. Now the template in Django, that is this T is for the template, is almost mapped correctly. Is almost the same as the view in traditional MVC. You see, template in Django is view in traditional MVC. Then view in Django is the same thing as what is similar to what controller in traditional MVC. So this is basically how these things map together. So if you understand MVC, all you need to do is just to kind of like understand some of the subtle differences, and then basically you understand Django MTV. So that's basically how Django goes about with its own implementation. And I think I showed a sample. This is basically our Notely app. This Notely app, I implemented this our Notely app in this particular Django. So this is basically the explanation for all the components of the Django web application, really. So I wouldn't go much details because I don't want this video to go too long. So just, I think it's a nice course generally, and I took my time to go into details. So thank you very much.